So a lot of my subscribers have been asking, Edwin, when's the next Poppy or Mars Argo video? And the reason why I haven't been covering the story as closely anymore is because honestly there aren't really any major updates to the story, and of course I've been dealing with my own Poppy and Titanic, but I thought I'd take a break from my own stuff and research what Poppy and Mars Argo have been up to behind the scenes. One of the major criticisms that Mars Argo received when filing the lawsuit was that she was doing it for publicity to make a big comeback with music. But if that's true, then where's the music? I mean, she's really missing out on her whole publicity because people are already forgetting about this story, and she hasn't really used it as a chance to launch herself. She still hasn't really posted on social media at all. Her last tweet was from April 25th. Oh my gosh, I wish this was a publicity stunt. Come on, I want to listen to the new music. Where you at, girl? And I really hope that if you were working on music that you're planning to release after filing this lawsuit, then I hope that this criticism did not silence you or delay you in any way, because I think that that criticism that you were using as a PR stunt is completely dismissing what you're alleging of Titanic. And if what you're saying about Titanic is true, then don't let that motherfucker silence you. So yeah, from Mars Argo's camp, there is absolutely no public updates. However, on that criticism that, let me remind you, Poppy herself made in her statement, where she said that it would appear Ms. Sheets was intent on building a publicity campaign around her filing of a complaint, I would say that it was actually Poppy that has been using this as a publicity campaign, because again, Mars Argo has been completely silent, so I don't understand the publicity she's getting out of this. However, if you look at the tweets Poppy made after her statement, where these tweets throwing this Joshua guy completely under the bus, claiming that Mars Argo had been working with, I feel like it was a sort of way to gain sympathy points, you know, say like, look what I dealt with this guy that's connected to Mars Argo somehow. Instead of explaining it, they made a video called Drama.
So people move to Hollywood to become famous. Some people become famous, but most people do not.
Her video sort of came off to me like Poppy dismissing Mars Argo's abuse as just drama. Then her next tweet was promoting her next video called You're Too Close. And in this one, again, it almost seems like she's dismissing like some sort of abuse.
This usually doesn't happen. Why are you doing this? No.
Tweet after that was promoting her upcoming website called poppy.church. And the next tweet was hyping up fans for her album title. Now again, I want to remind you that it was Poppy that claimed it was Mars Argo that was using this whole thing as a publicity stunt, but who's the one that promotes a bunch of random of her own stuff right after? Poppy. And that's Poppy, P-O-P-P-Y, not Poppy Edwin, okay? Don't get it twisted. God damn it. Sorry. Now I did want to talk about poppy.church, which is Poppy's really creepy and cultish website, but before we do that, I wanted to make sure I came through with some sort of Mars Argo update. Before I even did any of my videos on Mars Argo, I actually decided to message Mars Argo and let her know that she had my full support. Now, I don't know that she saw my message or anything, but I never got a reply. And I didn't actually expect it to, because I'm sure she got flooded with messages. So I didn't want to assume that if I messaged her again, she might reply to me. But I did go ahead and message her friend, Ivan. One of Mars Argo's friends posted on his Instagram story saying, I think what people don't understand is that is her real personality, clothes, sense of humor that you see in her videos. And after that video, I originally messaged them just letting them know that, hey, I'm covering the story and you guys have my support. Because yes, just in case it isn't obvious by now, I am very much biased and very much Team Mars Argo. If you don't like it, you can suck on my knob. Up until this point, that's where I left it, but I thought, well, what if I message him again? Anyways, I can't believe I went full reporter mode and asked one of Mars Argo's friends, how is the lawsuit going and what can he tell me? I replied to one of his stories where he was making guacamole and I was just like, nice guacamole, homie. And then I asked if he had some sort of response to Poppy's statement. He said to me, Chipotle's recipe and Q pie mayo. I'm like, mayo? Oh shit, I'm vegan. And he's like, oh shit. Not sure what I can say, to be honest. Not my place to say, but it didn't make too much sense. I said, I feel you, man. Can you tell me what parts didn't make sense to you that maybe aren't private information? Josh only met Brittany once when she helped set up a photo shoot, but besides that, they've never worked on anything together. And he's been based in New York for like the past 3 years, which totally confirmed how random it was for Poppy to bring this Josh guy and claim that he's working with Brittany on something behind the scenes, which there's absolutely no proof of either. In an attempt to manipulate me psychologically, Ms. Sheets is now collaborating and maintaining an ongoing relationship with the exact man who took advantage of me when I was young and vulnerable. Joshua, the guy that Titanic and Poppy filed a restraining order against, has just released his own statement. Mariah and Corey are both facing lawsuits right now, and this is an obvious pivot to try and divert their public attention to me. I mean, seriously, how manipulative is it to say that, oh, she's actually working with my abuser, even though it's not true and there's absolutely no proof of it, you know? Like, What a weird claim. And then he just reiterated that the lawsuit was just a last resort and she just wants to be left alone. He said that's all he can pretty much tell me, and I said, no problem, man. I totally understand, and thank you for your time, with little prayer emoji. Which, speaking of prayer, let's go back to that poppy.church, huh? So when you go onto their website, you see the spinning pyramid, poppy.church, and their catchphrase, which glitches and says, "Are you ready for salvation?" So then you click on apply for membership at the church, and then it takes you to a sort of welcome video.
Will you join me? Are you ready to be saved?
But actually, if you click on the pyramid at the top, you can skip the line and go straight to the application process.
Amen.
Applying to be a part of the poppy.church is pretty standard stuff, just typical stuff you see in an application, like describe yourself in one brief sentence, pledge your allegiance and dedication to Poppy, what are you ready for, the name you want to go by, your email address. Then it gets a little intrusive. I mean, optionally intrusive, of course. Asking for your YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. Well, now you know it, but I didn't give it to you. However, the weirdest part, of course, is sign your name in blood, which when you kind of start to click on it and drag it, it's just like a red ink. So weird, dude. Once you apply, you get an email and then you log in. Now this is a part where I almost wonder if they're looking for another lawsuit, because I don't know if you guys remember, but there used to be this game or social network, I don't know, this sort of weird 3D chatting thing back in the day. It was really popular, called Habbo. And this looks just like it. I mean, you're creating a character that's a combination of Habbo and kind of like Bitmoji, basically. You can dye your hair blue, put a mask on your face, wear a skirt, or even get that nice large chest you've always wanted. After you're done submitting yourself, that's right, submitting yourself to Poppy, you're taken to a page that lets you know your current scores as your application is being reviewed. They rate your faith, dedication, loyalty, and Poppy Illuminati triangle based off of your social media posts, and I got zeros all around because I'm not ready to fully submit myself. I didn't want to get on my social media. I think that's a little weird. Then again, I do use Facebook and Google, but dang it. As long as Poppy doesn't have my information, it's okay. Google, you can have it. Mark Zuckerberg, you go, girl, boy. If you click on calendar, you'll see a glitchy image that's supposed to mean something. I don't know, it doesn't mean anything to me, so let's just keep moving. Let's check out the atrium. What the hell even is that word?
I know what an atrium is.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, Mina Bell. Okay, so what's an atrium?
Well, when I used to play Sims 2 on the DS, the atrium was a place where there'd be loads of stores in a circle, but that's also where we would fight aliens.
Aliens?
Yeah.
Okay. An open-roofed entrance hall or central court in an ancient Roman house? The atrium is not a central court in an ancient Roman house or a video game where you get to fight aliens. It's a chat room with 69 other cult members and a boring green floral background where people unironically say, praise Poppy and skinny legend. That's right, I'm coming for you and your wig, Poppy, because we all know that hair ain't real. Oh, and someone is out here saying July 6th is the day Poppy Grace should fall at the church? What the hell does this even mean? Someone asked me why I chose my name, and I explained that since the website doesn't allow you to type it in the chat, I was curious to see if they would allow it as a username. Then RubyLee_9 slides into home base, probably typing Mars out too, only to find out that it's also censored. Then the other Poppy seeds soon discovered that even the name Britney wasn't allowed in the chat. Probably because Mars Argo's real name is Britney, but geez, not even the Britney Spears spelling of Britney is allowed in the chat? How many preteen white girls named Britney are being punished out here in the poppy.church just because of their name? I typed out I love Edwin's generation, and fortunately that's not censored, so I'm happy to be allowed in the poppy gospel. However, if you type out Corey in the chat, that'll also be censored. Probably because that's Titanic Sinclair's real name, but how much do you have to hate your own name to censor your name in the chat room? I mean, Corey's such a common name too. Corey in the house, anyone?
Let's go.
So eventually I got kicked out for trying out which words are and aren't allowed in Poppy's church, but I did come out with one thing, and that's Poppy's wig, bitch. Snatched. The reason why I started making videos on the whole Mars Argo fiasco is not because I'm a fan of hers. If anything, I don't even know that I call myself a fan. I remember watching her videos when she was doing them back years ago, but I wasn't even subscribed, to be honest. And I didn't even hear her song Using You until late December 2016. But when I heard it, I was jamming on repeat because it was literally an escape of a song. I loved it so much, and it was an escape for a bad part of my life. So I did have that sensitive spot, but that was definitely not the reason why I started doing the videos. The main reason I've been doing these videos is because of the similarities in Mars Argo's case and some of the things that my girlfriend has gone through. I mean, Poppy had Titanic take pictures of her in Britney's clothes. My girlfriend's abuser also had her boyfriend take pictures of her in my girlfriend's clothes. Titanic used to message fans and told them about how he used to talk to Britney's family. Mina's abuser used to message fans and talk to them about how she would message Mina's personal friends who she had never met. There are loads more similarities between the two stories that would provide more insight as to why I lean towards more Team Britney, but I'm just gonna leave it right there, and I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and make sure to check out Repzilla's video, because he also did a video on poppy.church that's like a little bit more detail on the website itself, which again, a big problem that I have with that website is that it's targeted towards teenagers, you know, using those Habbo-like characters, and then also embedding the idea that cults are cool under the guise of a church. I'll post a link to his video in the description down below, and if you watch it, make sure you post a comment, tell him that I sent you, and just show him some love because he's been super supportive about what we've been going through recently. So,
Thanks, Repzilla.
thank you, and thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Cheers.